Hello and welcome to gusmcdollgames. Today we are conducting the after-action review of Day 1 of the Allied Grand Campaign in Close Combat A Bridge Too Far, a game based on the Battle of Arnhem, Operation Marketgarden. In this series, we use the missions in the Allied Grand Campaign to illustrate one or more aspects of World War II infantry minor tactics at the company level and below. Please remember to like the video and subscribe for more great strategy and tactics content. And if you want to buy me a coffee, the links to PayPal and Patreon are in the description. In this episode, we review progress on Day 1, draw out some lessons learned, and consider what tomorrow will bring. I have also been reflecting on the observations and suggestions you have shared with me in your comments on previous battles, and these will inform my approach to Day 2. Before I continue though, a big thank you to everyone who's watched and liked the videos so far. And a special thank you to those of you who've taken the time and trouble to share your thoughts on each battle. Knowing you are enjoying these videos makes a real difference, as well as giving me great feedback. I'm really impressed with the depth and the quality of the comments you have shared. These help me reflect on each battle and think about how I'll approach what is to come. And your comments also help other players to better understand and enjoy this game that we all love. It is great to see the sense of community and positivity that you're helping to grow on this channel as we're starting out. So, let's keep the conversation going. And if you've been holding back, feel free to join in and share your thoughts too. I may have started this as a single-player campaign, but I'm no longer playing this campaign alone. Day 1, 17 September 1944, saw my campaign start with a series of Allied airborne assaults on the bridges and roadways leading from Eindhoven to Arnhem. In the Eindhoven sector, my troops from the US 101st Airborne Division have made excellent progress and hold the highway through Schindel, but unfortunately saw the Son Bridge demolished before their eyes. It will take 30 Corps some time to build a Bailey Bridge once they reach Zon, and this will delay the overall operation. In the Nijmegen sector, my troops from the US 82nd Airborne Division have secured the Groesbeek Heights, but have not yet had a chance to seize Nijmegen Bridge. Historically, the Germans moved quickly to secure Nijmegen Bridge against the Allies, and the Allied decision not to seize the bridge on Day 1 may have been a key contributing factor to the final outcome. In the Arnhem sector, my troops from the British 1st Airborne Division have held the Oosterbeek landing zone against a determined counterattack, but after heavy losses at the Arnhem rail bridge have made only slow progress towards Arnhem and do not yet hold the bridge itself. Once again, a big thank you for your observations and suggestions on previous battles. I've reflected on these and drawn out 3 key lessons learned from Day 1, a sustain, an improve, and a fix. First, the application of real-world historical doctrine to the battles has worked well. For the British, I have used the Field Service Regulations, and for the Americans the US Army Field Manual, along with basic infantry minor tactics in both cases. These are the same doctrine and tactics that were used by the actual participants in Operation Marketgarden. For each battle, I conduct basic mission analysis, consider the terrain and what the enemy might do, develop and analyse possible courses of action, then decide and execute the plan. I will sustain this approach, which has enabled me to prevail in each battle so far. Second, I want to improve my use of support weapons, such as machine guns and mortars. As you have pointed out in the comments, there have been times where I've not made best use of these powerful weapons, including not sighting or placing them effectively, using ammunition too quickly, or not using ammunition types such as mortar smoke effectively. This will be critical tomorrow when I expect my light infantry will face German armour with limited anti-tank weapons. Let's see how I go. Third, a somewhat sensitive subject. Following the battles at Zon Bridge and along the Arnhem Road, I've reflected on my treatment of risk to mission and risk to personnel. In plain terms, where do I strike the balance between getting the job done and protecting my people? So far, as you know, I've emphasised keeping my people safe, and have had a low tolerance for casualties. But, while I technically won all my battles on the first day, some with no friendly casualties, my caution allowed the Germans to successfully demolish the Zon Bridge and delay my advance to Arnhem, significantly increasing the risk to my overall mission. I anticipate suffering heavy casualties down the track as a consequence. Historically, the failure to get a bridge across the Rhine in 1944 may have prolonged the war by up to 6 months, during which time millions died. Perhaps a greater willingness to accept higher risk to personnel and lower risk to mission in the short term and trade lives for ground at the tactical level will result in fewer lives lost at the operational and strategic levels, meaning fewer lives lost overall. There is no easy or right answer to this difficult question, particularly as you look in the eye those who you send in harm's way. Let me know what you think in the comments below. So, what am I predicting for Day 2? First, a German counterattack at the operational level across all sectors. The Germans excelled at rapid reorganisation and counterattack, what Kurt Student described as grotesque improvisation on a grand scale. Recovering from the initial shock of the landing, the Germans have now had time to regroup, and their aim will be to retake the landing zones in each sector to isolate my airborne forces. Second, German armour. Until now, the fighting has been exclusively between infantry companies on either side. The Germans have 2 panzer divisions in the area. I am almost certain to see them in the Arnhem and Nijmegen sectors, and they may turn up in the Eindhoven sector. This will be a significant challenge for my lightly armed paratroops, and I will need to rely heavily on small numbers of anti-tank weapons to counter this threat. Third, I will switch to the defensive at the operational level. Given my light infantry force faces a probable German armoured counterattack, I have little choice, for now. But as we have seen already, defensive does not mean passive. I will pay careful attention to establishing defensive positions, lines of resistance, ambushes, and engagement areas, and I may still take the offensive at the tactical level and give the Germans some counterattacks of my own. Finally, I'll leave you with a short video from the game setting out what happened on Day 1 in real life, for comparison.
September 17th. By 14:30 hours, the first airdrop is complete. By all accounts, the Allied jumps are near perfect, though critical equipment was lost in the Arnhem sector. In Eindhoven, German troops abandoned San after destroying the main bridge. German forces in the area gained strength as they absorbed elements of their scattered 15th Army. In Nijmegen, the Groesbeck Heights and 2 main bridges are captured by the Allies, but the main Nijmegen bridge is successfully held by the Germans. The 82nd Airborne digs in to wait for 30 Corps' arrival. Allied problems compound in Arnhem when poor communications cause General Urquhart to be separated from his command. Lieutenant Colonel John Frost's British 2nd Battalion has secured the North Bridgehead, but is cut off from the remaining British troops by the 10th SS Panzer and Comp Group Croft. Allied command is unaware of the severity of their troops' problems. By day's end, 30 Corps has advanced only 7 miles to Valkenswaard, south of Eindhoven. Operation Market Garden is already 18 hours behind schedule.
As always, thanks for watching, and don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and donate. And stay tuned for the next episode.